Hey everybody, this is Mr. Drogemeyer. Thanks for joining me for our Algebra 1 lesson videos. Today we are in Unit 8, looking at lessons 2 and 3, solving systems by graphing. So when we talk about a system, uh, we'll be talking about systems of equations, systems of inequalities. Basically, when we say system, we're talking about more than one that are being looked at together. So in this case, we're talking about systems of equations. It's going to be two linear equations that we are looking at together. And so when we look at these graphs, what we're looking for is where do those graphs intersect? And so this first one, we have a graph of two lines, so two linear equations. We want to know where do they intersect. So we're looking for that point where they are crossing. And for this particular one, looking at the graph, it looks like it is intersecting at the point -1, +5. And so when we're talking about a system of equations, we would say that that point, -1, 5, an x value of -1, a y value of -5, is the solution to that system. That would be the x and y value that make both of those equations true. All right, so then let's go ahead and we'll look here at another system of equations. It asks us to graph, bring this up a little bit, graph the lines, excuse me, y equals -x plus 4 and y equals x plus 6, and determine at what point they intersect. So if we were going to graph these by hand, these are both in slope-intercept form. In our first one here, slope, remember, is always being multiplied by the x value. So here our slope would be -1 for this first one, and we'd have a y-intercept value of 4. In our second equation here, x is being multiplied by 1. Our slope would be a +1, and our y-intercept value would be +6. And so we could use that information then to draw those graphs. I'm going to go ahead and pull up, I have these graphed on Desmos. So y equals -x plus 4 is our red line. Y equals x plus 6 is our blue line. And so -1, 5 is the point of intersection here. And so if I go back here, we would say that they intersect at -1, 5. And I believe they are actually the same lines that I had drawn up here in that first problem. All right, and then our last one here, or I guess we have two more here. We want to solve these systems by inspection. And what that means when we say by inspection, these are going to be ones that will be simple enough that by looking at them, we can tell where those lines intersect. And so in this first one here, we have different slopes, 4/3 for this one, -2/3 for this one. But notice they have the same y-intercept of -7. And so a y-intercept value has an x value of 0, and then that y value would be -7. They both have that same spot, or that same point, and so that would be the solution, or the point where those two lines intersect. In our last one here, this one's in slope-intercept form. It has a slope, or it has a y-intercept of -4, a slope of 7. This one, notice these are the same values, they're just in different order. -4 plus 7x. So again, our y-intercept is -4. Our slope is 7. These are the exact same line. And so we'll see when we look at some of these systems, but we would say there are infinitely many solutions to that system because any point on those lines is going to be a solution to that system. All right, and that's all I've got for you on this first set of lessons, solving systems by graphing. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks. Have a great day.